All right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Cancerians, actually, as I'm going to explain this, let me first do one other thing. So, Cancerians, obviously, we have got a shift here for this week. You know, I like to change up backdrops, and this week I wanted to go with a total different tempo than what we did last week. And I was in the mood for something calming, soothing, healing. So, of course, amethyst crystal is great for that. Also, this week is the anniversary of when I got my baby dog 4 years ago when he actually became mine after he was weaned and I got to take him home. And so it was kind of like a really great like memory. So this week is a good week for me in my mind. And with that in mind, I thought it would be nice to celebrate a little bit. So first off, we're going to do a storytelling right now where we're going to ask the question, what is the good stuff that Cancerians vibrations have been manifesting or creating, or what is generating around them that based off of their own positive vibrations. And then I thought I would leave the comments on this video, and you guys want to jot down in the comments something positive that you are manifesting into your own life. I just thought it'd be nice to kind of like put all of our minds in a more positive space right now. And then on the 5th, I'm going to go ahead and scroll through those comments, and randomly, whoever just name my finger lands on, I will do a storytelling for that person, just to kind of, like I say, just to kind of celebrate. Officially, I believe it was on the 6th of June that I got my doggy, that he got to come home with me. But with that in mind, I still think we're going to celebrate on the evening of the 5th just because of my schedule. So with that in mind, you guys can do that. I'm doing that on the other channel for all of the zodiacs as well. So I just didn't want to leave you guys out. So now you know. All right, let's get into this, shall we? So what is it that Cancerians energy has been kind of like creating in their world? What positive things are coming on in? Thank you guys for being here. So good to see everybody. Hey, night owls. We've got the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is the energy of communication, action taking, and I would say a lot of connection. Because if you notice, we have this gal and she's looking around and there's this, busy city, all these cars going by. And she's aware of like everyone, making eye contact with people, communicating with people, actually making people feel seen, making people, like even in a busy city, we can really bond with people. We have sometimes even in a huge city, I've lived in a really big city before, and bizarrely, I could go to the grocery store and I'd bump into people that I knew the same way I would if I lived in a tiny town. And I always marveled at that. Like, you know how they always say that humans move in small circles. Like it's crazy, but you can wind up discovering that you stay on your side of town a little bit and you wind up bumping into people at the same like local grocery stores if they patronize the same businesses that you do, and you'll see them multiple times there. Or if the whole city turns out for an event, you see all kinds of people that even if it's a massive city with billions of people in it. And I just feel like this is a matter of like building connections, moving life forward, but identifying, like keeping our eyes open so that we can actually connect to other people. Cancerian is not an island. They're somebody that is able to connect with others, even if they're in a very, very, population dense area. We've got a Knight of Wands and a Queen of Cups. There's definitely like a fun-loving, artistic energy. Cancerian could be cultivating relationships where their energy is very different. Here's Cancerian sitting here as the Queen of Cups. Calm, very kind of like modestly dressed, very regal. And yet, who are they attracting? Wild, fun-loving, artistic, gregarious characters that are passionate and exciting. And I feel like Cancerian has this unique ability to draw people from all walks of life into their network, their social circle. I think Cancerian is like, look, I can find a like kindred spirit in all kinds of people from all different walks of life. I may dress in a more modest way and behave in a more cultured, modest way, but you know what? I have friends that are like buck wild and I love them dearly. I can be attracted to somebody with a very different personality type because I can see the value in all different people. I can see the value in everyone's, unique personality. That right there says, I would say this is a very non-judgmental character that we're dealing with. And that'll always make somebody, I think, more broad-minded. If you live in a bigger city, you're going to meet all kinds of people. You're going to have lots of different, mindsets. I feel like this is my favorite kind of person. I will say that. I love this Cancerian already. I love the fact that they have the ability to bond with everybody. Doesn't matter if you're totally different than me, if you have a little wild streak. I feel like although Cancerian may not be in that same category, they appreciate and admire people that operate at a different frequency, as long as they're still like warm hearted, right? There's nothing rude here. I will say that I think Cancerians, more like modest approach, though, could be very alluring for people that are much more like centrally driven. Sometimes the people that seem like charismatic flirts are particularly driven nuts by someone who's much more I don't know. I want to be careful how I say this, because I'm not saying that somebody who's flirty is somehow sleazy, but let's just put it this way. I don't see Cancerian as being somebody who has like the coy, like come hither attitude. They may not be very flirty. They may not have like a bunch of sexy double entendres in their, in the way they talk. And yet that could be why they're so alluring to somebody that is very, very sensual and centrally driven. Because this is somebody who's nuts about Cancerian, and Cancerian might really like and appreciate them too, but it's like, oh, we're so different. We have the Hermit energy. I feel like Cancer is really good at connecting to people who, even if they come across as somebody who rips off their clothes and plays in a loincloth in front of crowds because they just love the applause and they love people to, thirst after them. This person might still be very alone on the inside, and Cancerian might have a unique knack. Sorry, that just sounds like I'm about to do some little poem. Night night said one night to the other night, night night night. I don't know why that just sounds like, or I guess knick knack patty whack, give a dog a bone. I don't know. That just seems like we're about to start chanting little songs. This is so like Cancerian can pick up on someone's like inner loneliness, even if that is not what they show to the rest of the world. And I think if Cancerian has a knack for understanding people at that deeper level, they see what I see who you show me on the surface, but I kind of already know that there's more to you underneath, and you might actually feel quite lonely. They don't feel lonely when they're around Cancerian. Cancerian like exudes this kind of unconditional love and this sense of like, I can see you. I really see the real you, and I don't judge the real you. In fact, I like the real you better than maybe even the superficial persona. That is, all of this keeps saying to me that Cancerian looks at people and they look right into people. And that is a beautiful thing for Cancerian to be able to cultivate those kinds of relationships. 10 of Pentacles, Cancerian has probably a soul family. They probably have picked up people all around the world that they consider near and dear. People that are not blood relatives, people that are in all walks of life, people that are, across, different borders, different cultures, different countries. Doesn't matter to Cancerian. Cancerian bonds to who they bond to. That's it. Anybody that's like a good person, the Cancerian, has like, they cherish that person's, like essence of who they are. That becomes a family member. And so I think that Cancerian has like created a pretty rich social network. Even if there are people out there that Cancerian doesn't see very often because they live in different cultures, Cancerian has like, they got friends all across this world is what I feel like, or all across the town that they live in, the region that they live in. And they're all vastly different people from each other. I don't think Cancerian has like a particular like, oh, all of my friends, are this tightly woven group where we all hang out together all the time. I feel like Cancerian is scattered like a spider web that goes in all different directions. They know people from all over the place. Ace of Pentacles. There's something here about change on the horizon for Cancerian. And I do feel like if Cancerian's life is about to shift, say they're about to move somewhere, they may have a contact, in Spain, and they're like, I can't believe this, but my job is transferring me and I have a chance to live abroad. I'd love to go work in Spain. And, I'm going to reach out to my friend over there and ask them, hey, do you got any tips for me? It looks like I'm moving to your side of the world. I could see this as like Cancerian has cultivated relationships everywhere, which means they can be home absolutely anywhere. I love this story mostly because I consider myself to be a citizen of the planet. Yes, I was born in the United States, but I don't care where I was born. I'm born on Earth first, right? So I may speak English, I may, have an American passport, but I belong anywhere on this planet, is my opinion. Same with anybody on Earth. We share this rock. It's so ridiculous to me that we want to say, oh no, you come from here, so this is the only place you can be. Bullshit. We're all human and we share the planet. It's so narrow visioned, I think, to imagine that there's these stupid boundaries and borders that we put up that then say this is all you can be or this is where you have to be. I love the fact that there's different cultures and different, languages and different food and different customs around the world. But I still see myself as somebody who should be permitted to be anywhere I wish to be because the planet belongs to all of us. That's just my opinion. But I feel like this is the kind of character that we're describing, somebody who has a much bigger vision because they're just too intelligent to be narrow visioned is what I would say on this. This Seven of Wands. So maybe Cancerian has a little bit of feistiness to them, right? Seven of Wands is like, yeah. And it's up here, it says no justice. Well, I don't like that. I don't like it when there's not justice. We've got the Three of Wands. And here they are again, standing at an airport with bags packed, ready to go travel the globe. I keep picturing like Cancerian is going to be someone who's like, I might want to like have an opportunity to travel a bunch. I might want to have the opportunity to change my life. And it turns out I have friends and, human family, because we're all part of the human family, right? And I have soul family anywhere on this earth. Or if I move somewhere because my job transfers me to a culture I wasn't raised in, I'll meet a new soul family there. I'll meet good people anywhere that I go on this earth because there are good human beings everywhere. Like, we're not different from each other. We may have different foods, and that could be fun to taste, but ultimately, we all got to breathe air. We all got to eat food. So I just feel like this Cancerian is like so excited about their future and about any changes. They don't really look at obstacles and like, oh man, what if I did move to a different culture? What if I took a job someplace else? What if I moved to a different town? How will I meet new friends? This Cancerian, it's like, are you kidding me? I probably already have friends there. And if I don't, then I'll make a new soul family there. Can't wait to see who my other soul family mates are because they're all over the globe. Anywhere humans are, we have friends. We all have a lot in common. I just really like this perspective. I like the thing that gives Cancerian this ability is because they actually look at human beings. They look at the people and they see the kindred souls. They see no matter where you come from in this world, you're just like me. You need all the same stuff that I do. We have tons in common already. And I actually see you as a fellow human being just like me. That is a beautiful person. That is someone I would be besties with. I love this Cancerian. Absolutely love them. Do we have any final message on this? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about things that are hidden. It can be about lies. Ace of Cups. Oh, Cancerian. Somebody's in love. Somebody who spies, somebody who doesn't want to admit that they're in love with Cancerian. I don't know why. Maybe they think it's taboo. Maybe they don't think that they can love, the Cancerian because it's like, oh no, we come from different cultures or different backgrounds. Or maybe they are pretending that they don't love Cancerian simply because they're too shy to say it. Whatever this is not Cancerian having a problem. They seem so warm. They seem so loving. But there is somebody out there who either continues to think about Cancer. They wish that they could have this life with Cancer, but for whatever reason, they think that they can't. This storyline was only to look at like the positive things that are being cultivated. And what I would say about this is even if somebody hides the way they feel about Cancer, they have beautiful emotions toward Cancer, right? So even though we may have something that's hidden away, something that's not really, to the forefront of anybody's mind, or that Cancer doesn't know. I mean, if somebody's going to lie or hide something, the only thing they're hiding is beautiful emotions for Cancer. I feel like Cancer probably has more than one person that might be a little bit smitten with them, just because how could you not be drawn to somebody's warmth and the sense of equality that they treat everybody with, and the way they're so open-minded, and the way they really like bond to people and you know, connect to people. Many people will fall in love with this Cancerian. Many people will want to be friends with this Cancerian. Many people will want to invite this Cancerian into their homes, into their lives, because they'll feel like they can really, you know, create a bond, because Cancerian's creating a bond with them by seeing them as a true human. I just feel like that is going to make certain people fall in love with Cancer. Even if they already maybe have partners or they already have families, there could be some secret admirers of Cancer. In particular, there's one that could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that maybe they shouldn't be in love with Cancer, but they are. And that's, you know, that's neither here nor there, because unless they take action, then it's not going to make any difference. But it does just say everything that Cancer is, all that beauty that they exude, it makes people fall in love with them. So very beautiful. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I used to love him. Great to see you again, love. Nikki O, awesome to see you. Empress Unicorn 111. Hey, darling. I hear you, 11-8. Yes, in a tree house. I love that. You got to make a portable pulley system for Buddy. I completely envision you actually doing that, 11-8. I mean, I've never met you in the real world, but I know I could so picture you moving to a country, living in a beautiful tree house like in Bali or something, and having a little pulley system for your puppy dog to bring him up into the upper branches. Fantinka, so good to see you. Oh, it is my pleasure. I used to love him. Thank you for being here. Small TV. Hey, darling. I love that. I love those emojis. It's time. Great to see you. Eliana, wonderful to see you, love. Yes, Eliana, you were so spot on. Yes. I'm glad you can see that in the decks that I choose. Jeannie Vale. Hi, honey. Thank you, Jeannie. Thanks, Eliana. I'm glad I didn't bore you to pieces by that lengthy answer I gave you. Oh, that's awesome. I used to love him. You know, I have never been to New York except to change planes. And that is just an area that I would love to go visit. I think it looks like such an intriguing city. But I love the fact that that's what you were picking up on that. Yeah, we did have some cards that kind of looked like a New York City skyline, huh? Hi, Carl. Great to see you again tonight. Travis Rhodes, thank you. Thank you, hun. Lulu, hi, sweetheart. Cassie, thank you for being here. Ginger Montague and Small TV, you were first in the house tonight, love. Anisha Chatu, thank you again, sweetie. And Magic High Priestess, that's wonderful. So are you February baby then? Since you're amethyst, right? This February? Am I wrong? Sometimes they have more than one stone, I've noticed. I never memorized all the stones. Nick, thank you. But emerald is Taurus, right? And then I thought February is going to be amethyst. Anyway, all right, you guys, take care. Aries, right back to you. Lots of love, you guys. All right, I will see you guys over on the other channel. If you're going to be up late tonight, I will go ahead and, okay, thank you. I used to love him, Aquarius. Thank you. Thank you, Liana. Speaking of Aquarius, let's jump over to the other channel and we'll do an Aquarius video. All right, bye, guys.